Welcome to the finale of the playoff round of 12 here at Kansas Motor Speedway for the Advent 400 here in the playoffs. We've seen 11 cars can still get locked in. The reason I say 11 is because the 11 of Denny Hamlin won at the Watkins Glen Speedway. But last week, none of the playoff drivers won a stage because Austin Cindric won one stage in 1 and 2, and then Jonas Nemechek won the race. But you see, the playoff drivers are starting up front here today. Here at Kansas, we will go 10 laps for the first stage, 5 laps pit, and we will be green for the final race of the round of 12. After this race, we will tell you who is all going to the final 8. Gregson out leading. Kyle Busch trying to get to second now. Kyle Busch still trying to lock himself in. A stage win will definitely lock yourself in. A finish up front will lock yourself in. If you go off the track here, 1 lap completed here. Ross Chastain will lead. Ross Chastain on the backstretch leading. Corey LaJoie running second. Then it's going to be followed by Kyle Busch. And then it'll be uh, Noah Gragson and the 14 of Martin Truex Jr. up the fifth with 8 laps to go. Here comes Ty Gibbs as well. A bunch of playoff drivers trying to make it to the front and win the stage. But the playoff drivers trying to fall behind. Here comes Corey LaJoie for a run. LaJoie with a run. Corey LaJoie. Can he take it? Corey LaJoie to the inside, get a ticket, and Corey LaJoie gonna come to 7 laps to go here at stage number 1. Ty Gibbs with a run on that bottom. He's ripping that bottom. He's still trying to make it to the round of 8. You see Kyle Larson on the bottom. He's still trying to make it to the round of 8. He made it to the playoffs with no race wins, one stage win, but a bunch of top 5 finishes is what got him here. Look at Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch to the bottom again. 6 laps to go. Road course. As Corey LaJoie starting to pull away, but here comes Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch might be able to reel LaJoie back in on the pit lane. Corey LaJoie gonna get caught up. Kyle Busch starting to reel in LaJoie as we speak again. LaJoie, no, gonna go down pit. Is anybody gonna go down pit? Is anybody gonna go off the track? Corey LaJoie starting to pull away at 5 to go a little bit on pit. A lot of playoff drivers up in the front right now. As I can see Kyle Busch, Ty Gibbs, and Chase Briscoe. But look at Corey LaJoie just starting to pull away as we speak. Going down the backstretch now. Here it comes. Ty Gibbs trying to get the second. Playoff contenders battling for points probably. And LaJoie coming to 4 to go. Remember, if you go under that line, that's a NASCAR rule. If you go under that line to make a pass for the win, it does not count. It's only for the pass though. Here they come now. Yeah, Ty Gibbs won't mind there. 3 laps to go. But Ty Gibbs is reeling in Corey LaJoie as we speak. But LaJoie is running the Ty Gibbs running the same line as LaJoie. He's got to figure out a different line, a faster line, if he wants to catch up. About to come to 2 to go now. As LaJoie is basically getting followed right now, but it is a pretty decent lead right now with 2 laps to go now for Corey LaJoie. LaJoie was up front a lot this season. He just couldn't get stage wins or anything. Somebody's off the track. If it is a playoff contender and they haven't done a lot this round of 12, we might see our first person eliminated out of 3 and 4 this time. About to come to the white flag. This track is sponsored by Prime. Who's down the bottom? Ross Chastain got to get a run as well. As here they come down the backstretch for the final time in stage number 1. Into 3 and 4 now. Ty Gibbs, can he throw something? He cannot. Out of 3 and 4 for the final time. Corey LaJoie is going to win stage number 1 at Kansas. A lot of playoff drivers want. It's going to be a lot of wrecks here today. People are going to get pushed and shoved because they want to make playoffs. Somebody off the track, I believe. The 31 of Riley Herbst, he did not have a good season. He got wrecked how many times this season? It was a lot. Not a good rookie season for Riley Herbst, but maybe he could do better next season. Ryan Preece. Ryan Preece. We'll be right back though with more NASCAR Sim Austin Hill. Well, this stage is going to be the same amount of laps. As one car off the track so far, it's Riley Herbst. This is the track. This is where playoff drivers are going to start making their moves, trying to get playoff points. Here we go. We are green and racing. Cars going straight to the bottom. I think somebody almost went off the track. That's Corey LaJoy. But the race leader, Ty Gibbs, out in the lead, trying to stay in the lead so that he can rack up playoff points. Carson Osfar, he needs a win here probably today just to seal his fate or a stage win because he wrecked last week and didn't do good the first race. And Kyle Larson probably too. He was up front at Watkins Glen. He finished fifth, I believe. He still needs a lot to happen though. 9 laps to go. Coming down the backstretch now. Here they come. Austin Dillon as well. He won a stage at Watkins Glen. He's probably locked into the round of eight, but we don't know. He still needs to finish good probably. Ty Gibbs, 8 laps to go, looking to dominate this stage like Corey LaJoy did. But speaking of Corey LaJoy, he is right behind him, but he better watch out for Austin Dillon because Austin Dillon getting a run in that bottom. Dillon with a run in the bottom. He's gonna get the second. Austin Dillon gonna take second away from Corey LaJoy. Two playoff drivers, about to be three probably. With 7 to go, here comes Kyle Busch and Carson Hocevar. The playoff drivers are trying to take over. As I said, they're going to take over this last race. Kyle Busch going to get a run, but no. Austin Dillon going to go down the block. As Austin Dillon now going to get a run on Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs is going to get passed. Coming to 6 laps to go. Ty Gibbs just got passed by Austin Dillon. New race leader, Austin Dillon. Going down the backstretch now. Austin Dillon trying to win this stage. Michael McDowell is in the back right now. He needs a lot. He's probably going to be eliminated. Austin Dillon now leading. He better come to 5 laps to go. Oh, people pushing on pit lane right now. The top four are playoff drivers. Then it's William Byron. Then it's another playoff driver, Kyle Larson. Then Chase Briscoe. As look at these playoff drivers. Somebody's going to win as a playoff driver, or it's going to be William Byron. But Ty Gibbs trying to take his lead right back. Ty Gibbs going to take his lead right back, side by side. Coming to 4 laps to go. As Kyle Busch might get passed here by Carson Hocevar. People call him aggressive, but Carson Hocevar getting a run, but no, he will not. Ty Gibbs out leading right now. But here comes Kyle Busch on the inside, almost four wide. Carson Hocevar going to get Kyle Larson to the bottom with 2 laps to go. Kyle Larson going to take second away on the bottom there. The Hendrick Motorsports teammates, Kyle Larson, Willie Byron, running second and third right now. Ty Gibbs starting to pull away though. About to come to 2 to go. Kyle Larson needs a run. Kyle Larson really needs a run here. 2 laps to go in the stage. Kyle Larson needs Gibbs to run up high. Here comes Austin Dillon. Going to take third back. Austin Dillon going to take third back. Austin Dillon, his brother, Ty Dillon, hasn't done a lot in this playoffs. He needs to finish up. He needs to get a win probably if he doesn't win the stage, which he probably won't. 1 lap to go. Ty Gibbs taking the lead with 1 to go. Carson Hocevar. And Kyle Busch going to get past William Byron. The top 5 are all playoff drivers. As we're going to come out into 3 and 4 this final time. As Ty Gibbs, Joe Gibbs, his grandson, is going to get to the round of 8. Kyle Larson probably made it too. We're going to have to check the results though from the past couple races, but we'll say it after. Ty Gibbs already locked in now. Austin Dillon also locked in with that finish up there. But one more stage. Is anybody going to go off pit? Any playoff drivers? Nobody eliminated. Zane Smith and Michael McDowell running in the back right now. They need a lot to happen to come up in the front and win this. And probably They need a win probably to go to the next round. So I'm saying. Final stage, about to get underway, but we'll be right back. Three people already locked in. Ty Gibbs, Austin Dillon, and Denny Hamlin. Who will be the next five? Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Final stage. 10 laps. So 20 laps to distance. We are green for the final stage of the round of 12. As you can see, Ty Gibbs take the lead back. Carson Hocevar. The playoff drivers are getting a push. But look who it is. Jimmy Johnson up to fifth. As I was talking about Zane Smith, he's going to get a run as well. Coming to 19 to go this time. 19 laps to go. Kyle Larson with a run on the bottom. Can the Hendrick Motorsports number 5 lock it to the round of 8? He's gonna get a run. If he can lead some laps, he could probably lock in as well. Because we're gonna do laps led, stage points, and finishing and wins is what's gonna lock you in. But Austin Dillon already locked in. Oh, Dillon gonna go to the bottom. 18 laps to go. Zane Smith has made himself up to the front now. This young man is trying to lock himself back in as a rookie. Only no rookies locked in so far. Coming to 17 laps to go in the final stage, in the final round, final race of round of 12. Here comes Justin Haley getting a run as well. Zane Smith up to second. Kyle Larson going to drop back to fourth. Coming to 16 to go this time. Austin Dillon leading. Is this gonna be a rewrite of what happened? He won the first stage of the round of 12. Will he win the last? As we're about to come to 15 to go. They're pitting now. They're gonna pit now. As Cole Custer gonna get up to fourth now. Let's see playoff drivers sitting in the back. Michael McDowell in the back. He's not having a good day. Well, it's Brad Keselowski he went off the track. Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr. A lot of people need a lot to happen. Bradley Herbst's the only car off the track still, as it is still Austin Dillon, followed by Justin Haley. Dillon shifts up though. Justin Haley gonna get a run. Justin Haley had a pretty good season this year. Did not make the playoffs. He was like the third person not to make it. 14 to go. He shifts all the way to the bottom of the track. That would have been the checkered flag. He would have not won the race because he went under the line to get a pass. 14 laps to go. About to come down the backstretch to take 13 to go. Justin Haley out leading Zane Smith, trying to get a run. He is going to get a run on Austin Dillon. He will take the number 2 spot away. Here comes Alex Bowman. He went off the track last week too. Is Alex Bowman going to get a run? Way on the bottom. He is sticking that thing on the bottom. He's going to try and get the second now. Alex Bowman getting a run to the bottom. Kyle Larson just has to stay up front and he'll probably be in the next round. 13 laps to go for Justin Haley. Look at Look at Jimmy Johnson getting a run. He's getting it past Zane Smith as well. That 84 car is moving. He has that hooked up. Here he comes. Jimmy Johnson. 12 laps to go for Justin Haley. Justin Haley's starting to pull away. Justin Haley. They're starting to think that Justin Haley might have this. But look at Carson Osborne. But 12 laps is a lot of laps on this track. Carson Osborne starting to catch up because he is back in fifth now. Justin Haley almost half a straightaway lead. So he'll come to 11 to go. As look at Jimmy Johnson up to third now. What a most likely last season race win this would be for Jimmy Johnson. If he can win this race, one of his last ever race wins, and beat all the youngsters. Brad Keselowski needs a lot to happen. He needs to come from the back to the front in under 10 laps now just to make the round of 8. A lot of things needs to happen for some race cars. Final pit. Now, 8 laps to go. I'm at 10 laps to go. Who's gonna make it? Who's not? As it is not Brad Keselowski. Jimmy Johnson making his way up to second. Jimmy Johnson out leading. Maybe it's me. Jimmy Johnson out in second, I meant. Justin Haley coming to 9 to go. He is pulling away. God damn. 9 laps to go for Justin Haley. What a lead. Justin Haley out in the lead. Just so you know, for season 2, we will be doing 15 regular season races and seven um playoff races still. So we'll add 2 more races. I'm at 7 to go. We will have Bowman Gray added, Iowa Speedway added, and a bunch of other tracks they haven't seen this year added. So then we can mix things up. But of course, we're going to keep the big tracks like Daytona, Talladega, might add Pocono. Here they come. 7 laps to go. Justin Haley is getting closed in by Jimmy Johnson. I said how Carson Osborne did not have had a bad race last week. He has to make it up to the front now. He's got to finish in the top 5 to make it to the next round. Justin Haley's gonna go. But here he comes, 6 to go. Jimmy Johnson getting a run. He's a little bit back still, but Jimmy Johnson gonna close the car lengths. As Justin Haley, I don't know if he doesn't know if Jimmy Johnson's there or not. He shifts down a little bit, but not a lot. Jimmy Johnson has a run on Justin Haley. Jimmy Johnson, everybody cheering for Jimmy Johnson in the corner. Jimmy Johnson side by side with Justin Haley. 5 laps to go. If Haley didn't know that Jimmy Johnson's there now, Justin Haley knows he's there now. Zane Smith making his way up the third almost now. He's going to make his way up the third if he could pass. If he could get past Christopher Bell here. Jimmy Johnson taking the lead. Coming out 3 and 4. Zane Smith has made himself up to the third spot. Carson Osborne trying to get up the fourth so he can lock in a playoff spot as well. Jimmy Johnson, though, is leading with 4 laps to go. Kyle Larson has most likely locked himself in too. All he's got to do is not finish dead last. Jimmy Johnson gonna go to 3 laps to go for Jimmy Johnson now. Zane Smith closing in. So is Carson Hosmer. Playoff contenders trying to make it in. Zane Smith getting a run on that bottom side. Can he get past Justin Haley? He's gonna get a run. No, they're all gonna shift down. But Zane Smith's still lower than both those cars. Zane Smith, can he get a little bit of a run on the inside there? Coming to 2 to go. Zane Smith gonna go all the way to the bottom for a lead. No, he's gonna get the second. As He's going to get a run on Jimmy Johnson, though. Johnson, can he keep it? Here comes Todd Gillen also trying to get to a run, but he isn't in the playoffs. And here comes Saint Smith back to the lead. Saint Smith takes the lead. We haven't heard of him this entire round of 12. 2 laps to go. Jimmy Johnson gets the lead taken away from him. Don't count on Todd Gillen back there in fourth. He isn't a playoff driver, but he's fast. Carson Hocevar might be falling back, and he might not be making this next round. He might need to make another pass. We don't know yet. So, Zane Smith is going to come to the white flag, sponsored by Credit One Bank, at the final track of the round of 12 at Kansas. But here comes Jimmy Johnson with a run. No, that run gets cut short. He shifted up down the backstretch for the final time here in the round of 12 of the playoffs. Zane Smith, what an underdog story, a playoff driver. But here comes Jimmy Johnson to the inside. Can he get a run? No, Zane Smith is going to win barely at Kansas and lock himself in to the round of 8. So will Carson Hocevar. Kyle Larson is locked in as well. And I think it might be Ty Gibbs the final car. We don't know. Ben Martin Truex Jr. We'll be right back though. Hold on, we still have to make the decision. The decision is not made. You know Ty Dillon is eliminated. I don't know about Kyle Busch, he finished all the way in the back. We know Chase Briscoe and Michael McDowell have been eliminated. So Chase Briscoe, Michael McDowell eliminated. Who else was eliminated? Ty Dillon eliminated. We'll be right back to get the final standings and see who all is going to the final to the Elite Eight. Well, the final 8 cars for the round of 8 are in. So the track schedules will be like this: Charlotte, Roval, Richmond, and Homestead. These will be the people contending. So be ready to hear them. Denny Hamlin, of course, we know he's locked in. Then you know Austin Dillon was locked in. Ty Gibbs locked himself in this race for finishing up front. The fourth core locked in. Zane Smith with the win today locked himself in. Kyle Larson locked in with a bunch of good finishes. Carson Hocevar might have not finished the race last week, but he finished good today. He's locked in. Martin Truex Jr. locked in, and the final spot that was really hard to go by 1 point. It was between Kyle Busch and somebody named Chase Briscoe. And you want to know who got the 1 point? It was the 8 of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch will be going to the round of 8. Next, now it's time to see who's going to the round to the championship 4. As we'll see you next week at the Charlotte Roval. People get runs at Charlotte, so be ready to see a lot of drama. As that is it. The round of 12 finale. As we'll read off the round of 8 final round of 8 drivers to watch out: Denny Hamlin, Austin Dillon, Ty Gibbs, Zane Smith, Kyle Larson, Carson Hocevar, Martin Truex Jr., and Kyle Busch. Those are the cars to watch out. Those are the playoff contenders. That is it for the round of 12. See you at the Charlotte Roval for the opening of the round of 8. Bye bye.